A few days prior, we had departed from a small village where we had cleared out a coven of witches. Finally, we arrived to the capital of the Etherean Empire, Jajawae.
First of all, disrespectful.
Don't worry, I got you.
I got you.
So we're going to take a break today from the Pole-Dayful romance to talk about someone equally as important. Whomst is a Jaza? What is a Jaza? A Jaza is a model, a goddess, the love of my life. A Jaza is an overpowered NPC whom I adore, and is also a bit of a bitch. Anyways, once in a while you get a character in a campaign that is just a living meme and ascends to a god tier status in the group. This is Pole, but it is equally Jaza. So, who is Jaza? Remember back in my last video when I talked about my group arriving to Jajawae for the first time? Well, now is the perfect time to mention that Jajawae had a strict policy on no magic within the city. And Jaza was the maxed out spellcaster living there just to screw with the low-level PCs. When we first met her, she never looked like this. A 7'2" celestial imp sprite thing is kind of a sore thumb, even in a magical world. She ran a gimmicky fortune-telling shop disguised as an old woman to trap idiot tourists and— I want to go in the fortune-teller's shop. Are you serious? We just got here. We have 10 gold and a piece of— For the love of Sylvanas! Jaza was the one shopkeeper our chaotic neutral warlock didn't try to screw over, just because she was such a sassy, flirty old woman, and we love an ancient thought. But very quickly we realized she wasn't just giving us vague readings based off of tarot cards when she started sharing sensitive information from each of our backstories. Thanks, Jaza. The wrath of God foreboding warnings didn't help, but when you know someone who knows as much about your fate as Jaza, it's better to befriend them than to let them run loose with all your dirty secrets. So even though it was unnecessary, we made like 3 separate visits to her shop before this whole thing happened. It was during the siege of Jajawae we found out who she really was, because she was so high-leveled she could make freaking portals. And from there, the rest is history. She's been in our group ever since then, and when we ask her why, she says, "Why not, Lamau?" She doesn't really have anything better to do. Another thing about Jaza is that she's elusive. Who was she before all of this? Damn if I know. We don't know where she's from or what her class is because we're selfish PCs. But we still love her. Now, there's a lot of top 10 funniest moments watchmojo.com with Jaza as well. Like any good NPC, you've got a couple stories to tell. That's how you decide if they're a queen or a meme. Now, I've tried to sort these chronologically, so let's start at the beginning. After we escaped the siege of Jajawae, we proceeded to have a makeup spree at ye olde Sephora to disguise the Empress, and ended up spending like 70 platinum because Jaza is loaded. Only a little while after that, she saved our asses after trying to take an entire mineshaft of goblins by ourselves. For a while now, we've also been having a Tusk Love reading circle with the Empress, and we routinely get together to read it, which is ironic, because besides constantly making sexual innuendos, Jaza's probably asexual, or at the very least doesn't care at all about anyone. At least not sexually. She frequently babysits Torvald because no one else can control him, and me and him are way too volatile together, so she's like the group mom, or at least a very drunk wine aunt. Once Torvald and I thought it would be funny if we tried to charm her into shutting up, while only by the grace of Sylvanas did we avoid her blooming wrath. Now that's the model of parenting right there. Overall, Jaza is just a voice of reason that constantly breaks the fourth wall. She was once in a one-shot with completely different PCs, and she still winked knowingly at my new character. So all I'm saying is, she's either as meta as Deadpool, or she's slowly becoming her own sentient being and eventually will kill us all. I honestly don't know if I find that endearing or highly threatening. The celestial imp will be the death of us all. I am Madame Jaza, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my episode We don't need to hear about the half-elf rat anymore she loves so much. If you'd like to know more about me, consider following the channel and donating to the coffee link in the description, and I, Madame Jaza, will read your fortune.